I'm going to talk about a couple of times when I challenged myself to get out of my comfort zone. So the first was many years ago when I used to work as a consultant at Accenture, and I knew in the long term it wasn't the career that I wanted to be in, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do instead. And I'd always wanted to write, and I'd always wanted to write a novel. So I decided to take an unpaid sabbatical, and I went with my then boyfriend and now husband to New Zealand, and we went there for a couple of years. He's from New Zealand, and I spent some time there writing the first draft of a novel, which sadly never got published, but I did get to the end of it. And while I was there as well, I also managed to get a job on a local newspaper as a rural reporter, and I had no background or training in journalism whatsoever. I just did an interview with a local man about his experiences of being in a Japanese prisoner of war camp during the Second World War. And I wrote this article and I sent it to the local newspaper, and it resulted in me getting a job as a rural reporter, which was quite funny because I was a vegetarian from London, but it involved me going around interviewing farmers in their kitchens, and I really enjoyed that. And that was the start of my career in journalism. So that was the first time I sort of chose to push myself out of my comfort zone. The second time was about 9 years ago after our second daughter was born. And I had always thought of myself up until that point as someone who worked for other people. And then I decided I would actually have a go at being self-employed and see how that turned out, which was quite a big move at the time because I was the primary income earner in the family. And obviously we had two small children and a mortgage to pay and things like that. But I took the move, and I started working for myself, and it has been brilliant, and I've never looked back. So from what I've learned from those two experiences, I'd say that it's really good to challenge yourself to get out the comfort zone and just feel the fear and do it anyway.